jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game, man. Ace out official. No negotiation needed, period. What's good? Salute to everyone that's on deck. This live right here is about what I mentioned the other day. And whether people was paying attention or not, but I kind of provided an overlay as to what people may think about the Ring magazine when Turkey is potentially putting out false information. And the reason why I prefaced it with false information because he had put up there recently that Crawford and Canelo was done. I'm looking at the stature of this individual, the position that he's holding, you know what I'm saying? His authoritative control. And he put up there that Crawford Canelo was done. And then, look, and then it gets released that Jake Paul and Canelo is out there. And then say Crawford and Canelo is off. This all under his media outlet, beneath the umbrella of his media outlet. This information and reporting is being disseminated off the Ring magazine. Turki Al-Sheikh, bad look. This is not the representation that you want to give the people, that you're willing to put out false information to redirect or get a gauge on the traffic, on how people are going to look at this fight, to drive them to go to another site to retrieve information and see what's going on, to see how many people are willing to put out fake information. It's not good. This is not good at all. You know what I'm saying? I was disappointed in you. You know what I'm saying? I've been bigging up Turki Al-Sheikh as far as putting on fights. But with putting on fights, you know, people tend, in Turkey's position, tend to take advantage of all the authoritative control to do what the heck they want to do by once again puppetizing the media. I also put out there the hocus pocus of boxing. This is a prime example on puppet masters having the wide range to basically fool the people and have them running back and forth like ants. People, that is called a bit of narcissism. You know what I'm saying? Narcissism. This is somewhat considered to be arrogance. This is saying, hey, I dictate, you don't. This is showing total power control over a group that is reactive to everything that's coming from the Ring magazine right now. They want to be the first. So if you break some controversial information out to these people that are yearning and eager, salivating for new information, dealing with this Crawford fight, dealing with this Canelo fight, then they're gonna run with anything. And what Turki did, it's not brilliant. It just goes to show you that he's willing to give you what you ask for. He understands what your behavior is like. Turki Al-Sheikh understands what your behavior is. If he puts some crumbs out there, they're gonna scurry around and goddamn scoop it up and try to make a meal out of it. That's what he's doing. You had all these content creators running around, laughing and joking, talking about how many numbers that Canelo and Jake Paul was going to do. For somebody to get you to emote on demand like that, that's shameful. The way these content creators jump every time, and somebody they hear a notification in their box, and somebody sent them some information, some false information. They report on it anyway, as if it's real information. And at that point, they probably think it's real information because of the source that it's coming from. But it's a bad habit, y'all. It's a real bad habit. Let me tell you, it's a bad habit. That's a bad habit. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not a good look, and it's a bad habit, especially when we're trying to recover. We have so much declivity over here in the U.S. boxing footprint. We're making big fights, and then you all are just sitting up here playing catch and shoot with all this false information. Let me let you listen to some audio of Turki Al-Sheikh admitting to his wrongdoing. So you're about to listen to the Ring magazine interview that Mike Coppinger, I believe this is, hold on for a second. It should be the one that I pulled up. Here we go. Here we go, y'all.
Great fight in May. I will be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, does that sound familiar? Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Does that sound familiar, y'all? Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, man. Hey, I know how you feel, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Hey, yeah, I get why you mad. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I start in the last 48 hours giving wrong information to everyone to make them go to another site.
Did you hear that four syllable word? Make. To make them. This is the control that I always talk about, the hocus pocus of boxing. To make. You just seeing somebody willing to admit that he's out here doing that to you. Now, how many people are going to feel some type of way about Turki Al-Sheikh making them go to another site, putting out false information? He said he purposely did it. He admitted to it.
Giving wrong information to everyone to make them go to another site. And when I know that big appointment between one big platform and the camp of the two fighters, and There is people starting to doing posters and uh, uh, choosing arena and choosing where is the conference will be. Then I finished the deal in 5 minutes.
So he's saying he's seeing people making up posters and all that, doing work like little ants, little working ants. You know what I'm saying? Soldier ants just out here doing work. He said he closed the deal in 5 minutes with arrogance. You know what I'm saying? With arrogance, with total control and confidence. Saying, huh. You know what I'm saying? Huh. You know what I'm saying? I do what I want. I let you run around in a short window, which is very, very smart. I'm gonna be honest with you. To basically inject all that in such a small window, he manipulated the media to run around and constantly get notifications so that they can put out this information on the strength of his damn doing. Turki Al-Sheikh did this. He ignited this. He got the propellers spinning. Yes, Turki Al-Sheikh. He controlled the movement in a short window. He gave you the shock and awe value that you was looking for in 48 hours. He removed, he said the Crawford fight was signed. Then he turned around and, it's not there anymore. And put Canelo and Jake Paul is going on. And then behind the scenes, Canelo Alvarez is sort of kind of just like acting like he never had any intentions of fighting Jake Paul. He never had any intentions. From my understanding, I was told that Turki Al-Sheikh said that, hey, Canelo, if you face Jake Paul, it is going to ruin or it's going to absolve the fight that I have set up with you with Terrence Crawford in September. So you pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's funny how he told him the fight was going to be off the table, but all along we hearing the 3-fight deal. False information was given to Mike Coppinger too. Mike Coppinger put out a 3-fight deal. Turki said he closed the deal in 5 minutes, a 4-fight deal. How did the 4th fight come up? They're going to throw freaking Jake Paul on the back end of the fight for a big payday? This man manipulated the media. You know what I'm saying? He was up there performing his magic, delegating false information down to the worker bees, the soldiers, the laborers. The content creators were the laborers. The media refugees. He said I make, M-A-K-E, I make. Turki Al-Sheikh understands what control he has. Let's not trip. This man right here understands what control he has, and he showed how he can get everybody scrambling, just running out of control, no direction, trying to be the first to report, all that. In 48 hours, he did that. And he is the only one to admit, I've seen in a long time, a person that's on his status admit to disseminating false information. And the way he said he put it out there was not more so to basically relieve him of, any guilt. You know what I'm saying? To go out here and relieve himself of the anguish and anxiety that he's given. No, he wasn't out here to relieve that. He was out here to shove it in your face, to say, yeah, I did it. You can't do anything about it. I just showed you, if you want to go out here and put all this information that's fake, I'm going to help you work. I'm going to help. Turki Al-Sheikh understands a lot of content creators out here to put out fake information. And then it comes down to whether he wants to entertain it. The way he puts out fake information is going to be different than the YouTubers because of the tier that he sits on. And that it's a lot of people that's out here have their notifications on for X that's waiting for the Ring magazine to put something else on the conveyor belt and produce it. What he got up there next? What he got up there next? You know what I'm saying? What's next? What's next? I'm just curious.
I call Canelo directly and I said to him, hello, brother. You know, this fight will damage the pictures and the idea about our plan. And honestly, I think you are, as a Canelo, too young to take this fight. You can have it after 30 years.
Right.
When he is 60. Then he said to me, brother, you know, from my inside, I don't want this fight ever.
I seriously, it's conflicting on whether Canelo wants this fight or not. It's very conflicting because, it's a video that's out there that Canelo, that Jake Paul is saying on Canelo, which Jake Paul come from a Vine creator era. So they know how to manipulate documents and Photoshop and all that. He was saying that Canelo absolutely had basically wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? He was putting out there that Canelo didn't have a problem with it. He even put out a signed signature document that people has since proved not to be absolute and totally accurate. They saying it's a fake. But when you're dealing with Jake Paul, they have the resources to make you look any way they want.
But I said to you, take the May fight. I don't have something in the table and I must fight before Crawford. And we discuss, and in 5 minutes, we closing the deal. And that's it.
So you mentioned what was the wrong information that you needed to make sure this happens? Was this fight with Jake Paul in your minds going to happen unless you stepped in last night at the last minute?
It was big offer for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't match this offer, to be honestly. But he know inside him this match is not the right of his legacy.
So I agree with Turkey saying this is not the right of his legacy. So the Jake Paul fight would be somewhat of a smear, or that droplet of Stromboli sauce on a white suit. It would blemish his legacy if he was to fight Jake Paul, knowing that no one, when I say no one, like I said, no one thinks that Jake Paul is beating Canelo Alvarez with any type of shot. It don't matter if Canelo's moving up to 200 pounds or not. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter. And also, when I put out the information, when I said that, what weight class were they fighting at? I didn't hear anybody else talking about a weight class. It was just people talking about the ticket sales. And when I was sitting back watching and listening, I said, man, this boxing game, it's just that. You cannot take it serious when it comes to the boxing media. You can't take it serious. This is the parking lot carnival show that you always wanted free access to, but you decided to drive by and crack your window and see if they had anything new over there. You know what I'm saying? See if they got them, were they serving anything other than cotton candy. This right here will continue to have you in a state of disappointment, bro. The way people was up here talking about ticket sales, not even giving a damn about weight, when you just spent several months talking about 14 freaking pounds. Where's the intelligent level of these human beings? If this is what we have to look forward to right now, being that we have a different state of affairs going on with boxing 2025, we have Turki Al-Sheikh doing certain things to make fights happen, even though they're going to be in Riyadh season. Y'all should really look at this as somewhat of the beginning, to get the wheels turning. That boxing is going to crash out sooner or later. when it comes to the U.S. footprint, and it's going to be because so many of these content creators was willing to put in extra labor without the recognition of pay. And with that labor that they putting out there, they've committed to just overlook certain information that requires questions. The questions is, I don't agree with this. I've been covering boxing too long. This doesn't sound right. No. What we're dealing with right now is a bunch of individuals that's willing to be followers. They're willing to bow down, surrender to what's the popular narrative out here. They're not standing up and going against the grain on these particular topics that requires them to do that. It requires you to do that, but depending on where it's coming from, when the Ring was putting out this information, I didn't hear people up here questioning. What did I say? I say, the Ring magazine don't want to come off as putting out fake information. And what did he do, yo? He put out fake information. I said the Ring does not want to be and use their platform to be considered every now and then to put out fake information. But why should Turki Al-Sheikh be concerned when these content creators are willing to put out the fake information? They are willing to believe everything he's talking about. They're putting him on a pedestal as if he's godlike now. Did you hear what I said? These content creators are putting Turki Al-Sheikh on a pedestal, a foreign entity. Put him on a pedestal as if he's godlike when it comes to putting out information. And he just showed you one of his sins already. And he, put a full solid year since he came to the U.S. to sit up here and manipulate us. He showed you he's willing to sin in your face because you can't do anything about it. When you're committed to ignoring fake information that Turki Al-Sheikh is admitting to in this, and you want to sit up here and talk about a Jake Paul and Canelo fight, the good thing about what he did was further expose how stupid a lot of these content creators are when it comes to their character and integrity and reporting information that really means something. They're proving you. They're willing to be fools. They're not willing to go against the grain on what he's saying because everybody's trying to kiss his ass. We got a president that just took over, and they busy up here kissing Turki Al-Sheikh's ass more than freaking Donald Trump. And we got to deal with this on our side. We got to deal with the new changes of the next 4 years over here. But these cats over here believe in anything. Turki Al-Sheikh proved that you believe anything. He had y'all out here talking about a Canelo Jake Paul fight. Will the numbers be bigger than Canelo Crawford? And then turn around the Canelo Crawford fight off the table. And they say, see, they know what's good. They know what's good. He's played y'all. Y'all up here say, see, Crawford don't sell. Crawford can't beat Jake Paul because there's too much money out there. Crawford can't. What did he turn around and say? What did Turki Al-Sheikh turn around and say? It's not good for Canelo's legacy. Anybody with common sense and a sound mind will say, this doesn't make any sense for Canelo's legacy. But these fools up here talking about what Floyd Mayweather did, what Muhammad Ali did. You're talking about in a time where Canelo is at the highest tier, making all this money, but he's fighting subpar mediocre opposition. From old ass Gennady all the way up to Edgar Berlanga. No one thought that those 50-50 fights. Nobody. Nobody asked for a trilogy with Triple G. But WCS put it out there. I said, this doesn't seem right that he will put out Crawford. This man knows the business. He'll put out Crawford, take Crawford away, and then put out Jake Paul, and then, take that away and say Crawford's back on. Think about that. He hits you with Crawford's being agreed upon. People want to know who's Canelo fighting in May. Then the Jake Paul shit come out. Crawford shit go away. Then the Jake Paul stuff goes away. And the Crawford shit comes back. That is called disingenuous. That is called manipulation. Yes, that is called being deceitful. That's what that's called. He had no problem doing that to the boxing fans. And he showed. It wasn't exposure. It wasn't exposure. I'm not going to use he exposed them. No, he just put them to work like we know. They're willing to believe anything. As I sat back, I was listening to the laughing and joking on how they was talking about it's going to do all these numbers and it's going to do this. It's going to break into the top 5 of Mayweather's freaking highest pay-per-views. That's their problem. They're still stuck on Mayweather beating Canelo. They're still stuck in time. That's how much power and influence Floyd Mayweather has on the boxing game to this day. You have these desperate boxing fans that's still up here trying to find a way for Canelo to sit atop the throne by fighting anybody. Oh my God, you're talking about hoeing yourself out to the game. You're willing to get anybody up here to do some fake ass numbers just so it can be recorded. They want some type of information to be recorded. I heard a dude the other day talking about some fights that he want, and he would like to see Canelo get his revenge on Floyd Mayweather. I'm saying, you fought Floyd, he was in his 30s. What more revenge do you need? The age that Floyd was, y'all was busy calling freaking Deontay Wilder and Terrence Crawford old. Triple G never got that when he went in there and fought Canelo. I didn't hear none of these bitches crying. I didn't hear none of them crying about why Canelo fighting Triple G a third time. Oh, they fought twice already. Yeah, Triple G deserves this. He's a good guy. Nobody was talking about his age. Nobody was talking about Beterbiev's age. Why? Because he went in there and won. But I'm talking about doing the prelims. Nobody was talking about Canelo's age. Talking about Beterbiev's age. Nobody, bro. They wanted to stay away because he's a good guy. They want to talk about how he's a machine. But when it comes to Crawford being a machine, then age and everything else, his kneecaps, ankles, toenails, everything is fragile. He got arthritic stage 4 in both his feet. His hands is like goddamn snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispie treats. He can't hit the bag without his damn hand falling apart.
And when the perfect time, when I call him, he's a smart guy, and he know what's better for him.
And obviously, Canelo Alvarez is one of the best fighters in the world, right? He's the biggest star in boxing by far. He's the face of the sport. You think it would have been props beneath him, right, to fight a Jake Paul?
In my opinion, in this age and in this time, we must have this kind of legend and fighters fight great and big fights, because he's now in the mid of 30.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to waste time.
Right. And
I like that. Like the content creators wasting time. I like that of all things. He said we don't want to waste time. I like that part. I love it, actually. But it seems like all we're doing over here is wasting time. You know what I'm saying? He wasted 48 plus hours of our time on a fight that's not happening in September. And we're only in the second month of 2025. And Turki Al-Sheikh was wasting our time. But yet he said we don't want to waste time with Canelo fighting a Jake Paul because he's getting up in age. One thing Turki didn't mention is that maybe time isn't of the essence when you already have 2 losses on your record.
And I'm imagining from your perspective, you have this major fight with Terrence Crawford planned for September. You don't want some circus fight leading up to it. Was that your issue?
I have advice for the platforms. They have the pound YouTuber. There is good advice. I have good advice for them. Let them bring Mr. Peace, and we can sanction it with Disney for the build of the YouTube, and everyone will subscribe and see it.
Jake Paul versus Mr. Beast.
Hey, that just goes to show you what I'm saying makes sense, right? He's playing the YouTubers for a joke. If the YouTubers really want to talk about something, make sure they're really enhancing and promoting and elevating the recognition of any fight. There you go right there. If you want something to do, you know, we can talk about Jake Paul versus Mr. Beast, a freaking celebrity, you know what I'm saying, reality fight. And it can be sponsored by Disney. He's giving you something to play with. You know what I'm saying? And look, the content creators that know who they are, they deserve this type of attention. You know what I'm saying? They deserve this type of exacerbation. Turki Al-Sheikh has let me know he does have a bit of sarcasm in his body. You know what I'm saying? But he's right. They should. They want to report on every little morsel that they believe is going to give them an entree. They may have to collect 1,000 pieces of morsel to goddamn make it something that's palatable to the boxing listener, the boxing fan, the boxing consumer. They may have to collect all these thumbnails and screenshots and everything and put them all together and come up here and do all these videos. And this man is up here playing around with the YouTubers in their face. I had y'all working y'all ass off for 48 hours and you didn't get no pay from me. Zero. Because you want to put out all this fake information as if you know what you're talking about.
Everyone will see it in the YouTuber build.
But in the end, you're basically saying, right, you don't want to see real fighters fighting YouTubers. If the YouTubers want to fight, so be it. But they should fight other YouTubers.
Yeah, they should fight other YouTubers and they should be promoted by the YouTubers. Because he doesn't seem like he has any damn excitement about promoting Jake Paul, no matter where he's at. MVP, whatever the case. Turki Al-Sheikh is saying, no, I'm not trying to do that. I want real fights, REAL. I would take that, real, and try to erase the make. Stop making the fight fans do things that they're already used to doing. You just allowed them to speed up in a 48-hour window and put in work and show that they're willing to jump on anything that you put out there. They're willing to react to any information you put out there. You proved it. The hocus pocus of boxing. He showed that he can be the puppet master whenever he feels like it. He showed that the YouTubers support the YouTubers support Jake Paul. He proved that. He put it out on the flyer of the Ring magazine, and he proved that the YouTubers are willing to support the YouTuber, Jake Paul. Canelo is not a YouTuber. Crawford is not a YouTuber. But did you see how the YouTubers supported the other YouTuber? That tells me that all these people that's talking about they're a fan of the sport and not the fighter. No, you're a fan of a YouTuber in this scenario, because you was up here happy, go lucky, talking about Jake Paul and freaking Canelo is going to do high numbers. The foolishness, man. The foolishness. Oh my God, the foolishness. That is amazing. I'm I really, selected not to go in on what I was listening to and just sit up here and put audio of certain channels on how they was so elated that the fight was off with Crawford. That it was just focusing on Canelo and Jake Paul, and then Turki Al-Sheikh slapped them with the foot of a camel. He slapped them with a camel's foot. Bro, he slapped them with a sandbag that had fool written all over it. Like, he made an absolute fool of these cats sitting up here jumping up for joy because a YouTuber was fighting Canelo for Crawford. The disrespect is unfreaking believable. Seriously, the disrespect is unfreaking believable, y'all. Check this out. Check this out right here. This was, if you see this document out there by Jake Paul, he's saying that Canelo signed a contract to fight him. Now, if that was the case, we would be talking about court. This is a fake. This is a fake. This is a situation where Jake Paul has the resources to doctor documents. And this is exactly what you see right here. A doctored document trying to pretend like Canelo Alvarez signed this document with a copy and paste. So you're trying to tell me that Canelo did a signature and Jake Paul signed the signature the exact same way and it looks like this? Was this DocuSign or something that was done in person? I'm not going to get into it, but it's fake. Okay? I just want you to know that Canelo in this document right here is a fake. Especially you talking about DocuSigning a freaking contract. It's fake.
I don't prefer to see this fight. And there is some word is strange. If the legend accepts big contract and great fight, why you say to him, you are a slave now?
Right.
I don't understand it. Fight Crawford, he will have great fight in May. We are finished it now. And he will have 2 great fights after that. And you know my standing.
Of course.
So does he mean, because he kind of led to that he's gonna fight Crawford in September? Because let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. Okay? People always talking about what Canelo do. Talking about he fight Cinco de Mayo and Independence Day. Let's be honest. When he started doing this, all right, I think let's go back to 2022 or something like that. Like the best fighters that he fought doing this was Gennady Golovkin. So let me go back here just so I can get validation, because I'm not recalling everything. But let's go back to when he actually started doing this Cinco and Independence, okay? Because people abuse the shit out of this. They say, oh, Canelo, that's what he does. He fight on Cinco. But what about the names that he was fighting on these days? That is the biggest question. What are the names he was fighting on these days? Because people trying to make it look so grand. What are the names? So let's go down to 2020. He fought December 19th. February 2021, Avni Yildirim. Then, here we go. 2021. May 8th, 2021. Billy Joe Saunders. Okay? We know what's going on. This is the undisputed run for 168. And then he fought in November of 2021, Caleb Plant. Okay, no May, September. Okay? Then in 2022, you can get some consistency. 2022, May 2022, Dimitri Bivol. September 2022, Gennady Golovkin. Okay, solid. Then May 23, John Ryder. Come on, give me a break. September 23, Jermell Charlo. Give me another break. Fracture that on top of fracture. Then we goes to 2024, Hami Munguia. May 2024. And then September 2024, Edgar Berlanga. So stop with all this like he's fighting all these incredible people on May and September. Okay? Let's get up out of there. For real. Let's get up out of there. That makes no sense. He's not fighting no incredible people. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to everybody in the chat. Okay? I will be back on a little later. Of course, it's Saturday morning. I wanted to stop in, and I'm gonna kind of, touch on this a little bit later. But before I go, I got to put this out there because certain people's hit me in the DMs about a lie. Okay, we had some, I went over there, and I was on the hunt for some smoke because I saw some people. I saw a person, a bum, and I went over there on Smoke's channel or whatever, and I pretty much, addressed a certain individual for his stupidity. Now, with that said, I'm not going to take this long, but one thing we know, just like Turki Al-Sheikh did, Turki Al-Sheikh has proven that he's willing to put out false information. A lot of people on YouTube put out false information. They may be jealous. They may be trying to sabotage a person's character. People talking about my channel all the time. It's not this. I don't have anything to do with whatever they look at my channel as. But what I will respond to is when people, grown-ass men, that really don't like me, they don't support me. It's not like I don't know boxing or MMA or BJJ. They tend to freaking have dysfunctional relationships within the sport of boxing. But check this out. The fat rumor was that nigga is fat, and I put my head on somebody else's body. If you don't know, this picture right here is what I use. This is me. Now, if you look at that, they're saying I put my head on somebody else's body, right? And I'm not going to take long. I'm not going to take long on this. But this is me on the boardwalk. This is me in California on the boardwalk, and this is me in competition. Now, if they want to say that I'm lying and this is not me, I got the same neck, face, and expression when I was up there. Better yet, hey, this is me again. This is me again. Abs, everything. But they say this guy right here, I put, they said, look, they said I put my head on somebody else's body. Look at this. This is me again, bro, in a different area. Same photo shoot that I had, this right here. This is just two different poses. It's two different poses. This right here, this is when I was in between competing. They was talking about I put my head on somebody. Stop hating. Y'all niggas are childish. Y'all go after other dudes. It's plenty of women out here that you can invest your time in for love. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this right here, you can go back in history and look at the first man's physique where I was killing it. And you'll see me up there taking first place. I was even in the open class with the 20-year-olds. And this was when I was in my 40s, y'all. This is when I was in my 40s. And I was competing. So when you see these, hear these niggas up here talking about somebody fat, I can't remember a day I've been fat in my life, yo. I'm just being honest. I don't have nothing against anybody that's overweight. Everybody's situation is different. But this, look, this right here is a different competition than this right here. You know what I'm saying? I was a part of the first men's physique competition in California at my age in my 40s. And I got the trophies to prove it. But just to say that I'm putting my face on somebody else's body is just lunacy, yo. And when you hear somebody like Tony Reviews, when you say that shit about me, don't say that it affected me. No, what you were putting out was false information, like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You up here gossiping like a little hoe. I expect more from a dude that's supposed to be so educated and have a good job and doing well for himself. This nigga wanted me to turn on my webcam. I'm saying, who would take that much time? Who am I proving? Dude, I was married for almost 20 years, bro. What am I proving? I'm retired. This nigga told me to cut on my webcam. What are we doing? We want to compare veins? We want to compare striations? Nigga, I'm in my 50s, dude. I'm chilling. This, hey, that just goes to show you. You get a group of cats like Southern T, Tony Reviews, a group of individuals that feel the way they feel, right? Especially bum ass Southern T. And they'll sit up there and create rumors. They know I've spoken about, all they do is talk about niggas being gay if they want to come up here and spread a rumor. You know what I'm saying? That's all them niggas do. They always want to put other men in wigs and shit like that. And they laugh about it. They get off to that shit. Now, a nigga that they see, obviously, there's plenty of information out here. They say I put my face on another man's body. No, that's me, nigga. Stop hating. That's me. Find anybody in the military that knew me. I pretty much was always in shape. I was a gung-ho type of nigga, man. I was going on those long-ass runs. Seriously. I was on my shit. Everybody got to get old. Hey, everybody got to get old, nigga. Hey, this right here was me cutting down to that. I ain't walking around looking like that, nigga. I ain't trying to die. I ain't trying to look. You know how much I had to starve going around there having obliques like that, nigga. I ain't trying to do that shit. That is tough. That is a tough way to go. All you gotta do is look at the NPC, you know, and go back there to when the first man's physique, and you'll see me in there. You'll see me in competing. When you're in the middle, you're number one. Okay. Look at all these other dudes. They younger than me, bro. They younger than me. But if you've been doing this for a long time, when I was competing, I had no problem going in there cutting down. You know what I'm saying? I had no problem. This right here, this picture right here alone went viral. And that was just me chilling on the boardwalk. But if you see them Southern Tier Tony Reviews, tell them to stop hating, man. Tell them to stop hating. They're going around telling people I'm a fat nigga. This nigga just weighing 127.2 pounds just coming out of a rainstorm with a blunt in his hand. This nigga can't gain weight because he's smoking his life away, nigga. Come on, bro. And Tony, he seems educated, but he don't have no fucking common sense. Because if he knew anything, he would try to search the timeline and see for what he putting out there, the fake information, and see if it's legit or not. You just can't go off this picture right here that I use on Pop the Balloon and shit like that to say, oh, I put my face on somebody else's body. It looks like somebody else's body until I show you this picture right here from a whole different place with a wall behind me. I know it make you look stupid, don't it? I mean, the same person, same pose, looking out to the side, shit like that. I mean, come on, man. Stop hating, dog. Same nigga right here. Same chin. Niggas out of in between competitions, putting on some muscle and shit like that. So stop hating, niggas. Stop hating. Especially that bum-ass Southern T. You a bum. You a bum. That's what you are. I told this nigga, I was like, I'm trying to talk boxing. But I was over there on some smoke, some free smoke. I know this nigga would never, ever, ever, ever prove anything like he said right now. Who cares about the way another dude looks? Like, who comes out the gate and say you're a fat dude? Who comes up with all the lies? Chill. But I will suggest people to continue to support the channel and understand that in their 40s, it's not many cats that's on here. And you too, Tony Reviews, while you in the goddamn lab, just got needles hanging out your intramuscular system. Find some cats that look like that in their 40 without a personal training to get them down in weight. I cut down solo dolo based off my own knowledge, man. I meal prep my own stuff. I can tell you the entire meal prep on how to get down and drop weight, how many weeks out before competition, how many weeks out for summertime you going on vacation to make this stuff happen. It's that simple. It's that simple. The evidence is right here, yo. Same dude. But anyway, y'all hold it down. Appreciate y'all pulling up. You know what I'm saying? I had to get that straight. Pass the word. You know what I'm saying? You hear that bum out there talking about a dude fat, and then the other bum talking about turning your webcam. Come on, bro. Y'all dudes today, man, y'all try to impress the wrong gender. Y'all got to do better than that. Y'all trying to impress the wrong gender. Nigga, don't come over here trying to turn your webcam. Turn your webcam. Show you one abdominal. Turn your webcam on. Nigga, I'm done. That time is came and went. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. These dudes out here, Jamal, I look better than you. No, you don't. You need to look better than that other person you need to compete with. I'm not competing with you, bro. You can look better than me. I'm in my 50s, bro. I can't turn back the clock. But when you up here spraying false rumors talking about a nigga fat, and I'm photoshopping pictures. Hey, Tony, take a look, brother. I have several pictures of me in the same pose, competing and doing what the hell. That's the same nigga. Shortcut, everything. So I don't know who body that you're talking about. But that right there, buddy, that's me. Whether you want to listen to me behind the camera and feel like this is a way for you to get some type of, I got more pictures now. I just didn't want to sit up here and show people. I got more competition pictures, man. I do have more competition pictures. I just showed you these. But shout out to everyone who pulled up. Salute to the hottest chat in the MFA game, man. Y'all hold it down. I'm out. Peace.